When we started building our house in the mountains, we wanted to do as much as possible ourselves. We contracted out the septic system, but realized quickly that a lot of corners were cut during its install. We thought that today the septic system would be installed, inspected, and we'd move on to the next piece of the puzzle. We honestly thought we were wrapping up our septic today.
We ran into a little problem though.
It started giving us problems early on. After having dealt with flooding in our basement probably 10 different times now, from the sewage and the septic system backing up all the way up to the drain in here. And we were able to scope the line and diagnose the issue. Is it supposed to be underwater right there?
It's not supposed to be underwater at all.
The solution is to dig up and replace 100 feet of sewer line.
From here all the way up to the farthest point where it needs to be replaced and fixed, we got a lot of work ahead of us.
And we're doing the job ourselves, correctly and without any shortcuts, starting with laying the trench with gravel so the ground doesn't settle again. So come along today for the second half of repairing our septic line once and for all. Bummer.
Real big bummer.
No pun intended.
Really looking.
I brought cookies.
Wow. Thanks, Brandon.
Today, the propane company is coming to drain the propane tank and then we can start excavating around it. We're gonna be playing with fire a little bit today. But first, I gotta see if we can even get some gravel. Do you have any availability to haul?
Yeah, I could probably get you, a load this afternoon and or tomorrow.
Okay, that works for me.
All right.
I'll make a space for the gravel and I'll wait for you.
Okay.
Hey, you don't, if you were gonna build a house and you had to have some concrete work done, who would you use?
I don't know who I would use. I don't know that I would use anybody.
All right, well, maybe I'll have to teach myself how to set concrete forms, I guess.
I'll tell you, if you could, I would hire you full time.
Yeah, I bet.
Okay, well, I better get going so I can get you some material.
Okay, thank you, John. I appreciate it. Let me know if you need anything from me.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yep, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
John for the win!
John is literally the best dude. That's why I'm like, I will pay you anything you want. He's like, that's not how I operate, Trent. It's just like, he's such a good dude.
We gotta smoke him some meat or we gotta do something really nice for him.
It's true, we do.
Yeah.
So, but first we gotta find a place to put this gravel. That's
Yay!
gonna be our
Guess what?
biggest issue.
I just got a voicemail. Hone Propane will be here in less than an hour.
Perfect. The first order of business is Joel and Brandon are pumping water out of this hole where we put in our yard hydrant. And let's just say one of the lines has a very small leak. So over the past week of us working and not doing anything in this hole that we created, there was about a foot of water in here. We eventually need to dig up the rest of that water line, figure out where the leak is and fix it so that that's not an issue in the future, because that's going to be underneath concrete slab. So it needs to be super, super secure and solid and not leaking. But when we rented the mini excavator last week, we also rented this concrete saw. Now this concrete saw is going to cut out that water line and that sewer line. Originally there was going to be a staircase from the apartment upstairs above me that went out that door right there. Now we've changed our plans completely. The apartment is not going to have a staircase that comes down into the garage because it makes the garage much smaller. It's going to have a deck off the back that goes down outside. So they're not even connected, but this water line and the sewer line are going to be in the middle of the concrete slab. So if you want to park something right here, it's just going to be in the way. So basically I'm going to cut a big section of concrete out so that we can run this water line all the way over to the wall, and then we can abandon this sewer line. Our new sewer line is going to come out the foundation in the wall over here and go out to our septic system. We're going to have to re-concrete it over, but needless to say, it has to happen, so we're going to get to work.
Things are a little chaotic, but I have confidence it's all going to come together smoothly in the end. I'm trying really hard to wash all of the bottles and put stuff in the dryer before the propane tank gets emptied and we have no heat anymore for the next, I don't know, foreseeable future, hopefully not super long. In the meantime, Trent has been getting familiar with the concrete saw.
We've got our shape cut out. The good news is this sewer line right here is super shallow. So the concrete's really thin right here. So I think we can kind of start breaking it right there. I'm hoping that with this sledgehammer and with the relief cuts that I've already made, should be able to break this piece of slab out.
Good old Bubba. Haven't
Yeah.
seen Bubba in a long time.
Don't know if it's...
Oh boy, you got this.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. You're making a dent. That's cool. Oh, you cracked it.
Yeah, that's correct.
Nice. Clark Trent.
Clark Trent.
For the win.
I'm reporting for duty.
Do you want to let me do a few?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah? I don't even know which direction I swing a sledgehammer.
That way, yeah.
Or do I do it this direction?
You move your left hand closer to the top,
Yeah?
and then slide it down as you swing.
Not at the top, honey. Do not hit the water line, please.
Slide down. Yeah.
There you go. Get it.
That's really fun. Anybody else want to try it? It's very cathartic. It's a very nice emotional release.
You got some anger built up?
We got
Joel?
a lot of stuff to do here.
Like it owes you money, Trent.
It does owe me money. Joel.
Joel the Mole.
And move the rocks with my hands.
Operation Musical Cars has been accomplished. The driveway is nice and clear. We have the propane truck coming hopefully in the next couple minutes. I got a call about an hour ago saying that they were about an hour away. And then hopefully later today we'll also get a truckload of gravel. So Joel is actually moving all of the lumber piece by piece, like the strong, extremely helpful teenager that he is. And these guys are continuing to cut up the concrete. And just like that, we got propane.
If I remove this little land bridge right here, I'm pretty sure it's gonna fall in the hole. You think you can pick it up?
When it's got like 30 in it, I should be able to.
Really?
That would be nice. We were gonna have a crane company come and try and take care of it, but if you can get up here.
Yeah, I'll just have to bust right through this.
Cool. So Kelly here from the propane company has actually been watching the episodes and following along. So when he saw our name on the schedule, he knew exactly the predicament that we were running into. So he's actually going to try to drain the tank as much as he can and then move it with his truck. So maybe we won't even have to have the crane company come tomorrow to move the propane tank. Trent is gonna try to smooth out some of this dirt over here so that Kelly can pull his truck all the way up close to the tank. And hopefully everything goes well. Super, super exciting. No, you want us to put this up here?
Yeah.
Joel! You're not going to believe this. We have to move it. Joel spent a couple hours the other day moving all of those sheets of plywood to a different spot, and this morning I walked up to him while he was moving the lumber and I was like, hey Joel, they need you to move that bunk of plywood all over again, about 6 inches to the left. And he was like, are you serious? I was like, no, I'm just kidding. Don't worry. And then about 10 minutes later, it turns out we do have to move that entire bunk of plywood about 6 inches to the left. How you feeling, Trent?
A little nervous. So, per usual, our problems are compounding. So, this tank is obviously too close to the hole. We can't dig up the sewer line because that tank will fall into the hole and cause all kinds of problems. So he brought a 400-gallon tank, and it's gonna take, or a 500-gallon tank, and it's gonna take 400 gallons out of our 800 gallons. So it's gonna split the load between the two tanks. Then he's gonna try and pick this one up and move it. The problem we're running into is anywhere that he can set it, it's still basically gonna be like right in the way because the Mini X has to come over here. I have to dig up the rest of that sewer line. Then we have to fill the whole line with gravel. Then we have to backfill everything. So the Mini kind of has to be like all over this place. It's just gonna be really, really difficult.
Okay, step number 1 is to drain the tank. So far, we are able to accomplish that goal. Step number 2 is to move the tank. That is where things are gonna get a little dicey. What are you doing?
This is where the new water line is gonna go.
At least we can return the saw.
Yeah, we got one thing checked off the list. He's out there moving propane out of the big tank into the little tank. That's checking 2 off our list. If he can move that, we can start excavating. That's awesome. John's gonna be here this afternoon or tomorrow with gravel. Joel's moving all of these boards so that we have somewhere to put the gravel. And then we'll be able to start bedding the pipe. We might need to go get some sewer pipe.
That's amazing.
We could maybe start putting it back together. I could dig up the whole sewer line. It's 95% dug up, but once we finish digging that up, I could throw a new pipe in there and run it to the septic tank, but that would only be good enough for the house. So we need to tie in the septic system for the upstairs apartment, which is going through that hole in the foundation over there. And then we need to tie in the toilet that's gonna go in the extra garage over here. So I think our propane transfer is coming to a conclusion. How low does it have to be for you to pick it up, you think?
30.
30?
I was thinking maybe if we could have you holding on one side, and me just grab the one side and
Scoot it back and forth?
yeah.
You want me to just pick up one side?
Or even just hold it while I do one side, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We have a couple of unique problems, big surprise. The propane tank is not drained down low enough for him to be able to pick the whole thing up and move it. It's a little bit too heavy. And the propane tank is just too close to the trench right now. So we're gonna try, he's got his crane, what he thinks is close enough that he'll be able to at least pick up one side and pivot it, and then pick up the other side and pivot it, so that we can get the propane tank itself at least far enough away from the hole that it's not gonna like slough in and cause huge problems. But now I've got to drive the Mini X up behind the trench to try and get up there to hold the other side of the tank with the Mini X while he picks up the other side, so that, you know, it doesn't fall into the hole. We're always trying to prevent it from falling in the hole, and it's proven to be quite difficult. So we've got the Mini excavator rigged up to this side of the tank. He's gonna hook up his crane to that side of the tank, and we're gonna give it a whirl. All else fails, we'll have to have a crane company come and pick it up. And they're scheduled for tomorrow anyways, so. Perfect. You want me to pick it up? It's fine. That's okay right there. It's 100 times better than it was. All right, so we tried everything we could to move the propane tank as far away from the trench as possible, and I honestly don't know if a big crane from the crane company would be able to pick it up where it sits, because they have to be parked in front of the garage. So basically, we're gonna leave it where it's at. We've moved it away from the trench a good 6-7 feet. As long as we dig carefully and we don't slough a lot of that side of the trench off, it shouldn't cave in, the propane tank shouldn't fall in the hole, but I guess we'll see. I guess now we can get to digging. to take a minute out of today's video to let you guys know today's video is sponsored by SimpliSafe. Allie and I have been using SimpliSafe in multiple locations for multiple years, and we absolutely love their service.
We installed their system in Terry, around our property, and even after trying other systems, we keep coming back to SimpliSafe for their simplicity, effectiveness, and reliability. With a comprehensive set of sensors and cameras, you always know what's going on inside and outside your home. Order it online, customize your sensors, and install it yourself. Everything ties into your keypad and home base. SimpliSafe's home security system has been ranked the best home security in 2021, and US News just named SimpliSafe the best home security of 2022 as well.
Safety is our #1 priority. It's the thing that is the most important to us, and even though most people might not see what's going on behind the scenes, we do, thanks to SimpliSafe. SimpliSafe has multiple cameras that we've stashed around the house so that we can check what's going on inside or outside the house at any given moment. We absolutely love using SimpliSafe, and if you guys are interested in getting us home security system, we highly recommend them. You can click the link in our description or go to simplisafe.com/TrentandAllie, and you'll actually save 20% off your system and your first month free when you sign up for interactive monitoring. I wanted to say thanks again to SimpliSafe for sponsoring today's video. Now I'm gonna head outside and get to work, and I'll see you out there.
These guys are wasting no time. The propane tank is moved and out of the way. We can cancel the crane company coming tomorrow, which I'm really ecstatic about. And they're not wasting any time. They're getting right back to digging. They're trying to finish this like small land bridge that was right next to where the propane tank used to be. Now that it's out of the way, there's really no danger of the propane tank falling into the trench. It's just a couple more feet until the entire line is fully exposed and dug up. Then we're gonna get some gravel, and then comes the hard part, is re-sloping the line in a permanent, correct angle.
We struck gold! Be lucky you guys can't smell this. It's pretty wretched. Ew! So much poo!
Half of it is yours, it's fine.
No, there's like maybe 3 turds in here that are mine.
What a legend, that's awesome. Kelly was super helpful and very willing to come up with some creative solutions to get this propane tank somewhere safe. He's gonna come back eventually once we're ready for the propane tank to be reset somewhere permanent and refill it with the propane that he drained out of it. It really, really makes a huge difference when you find contractors or tradespeople or just like people in the construction business that are just genuinely good people. It makes such a huge difference. Kelly is definitely one of those guys. John, who's gonna be bringing us some gravel later, definitely one of those guys. It makes the tough days totally worth it.
You hear Brandon just dying because
you
good?
A lot of poop in the background.
Yeah, he's just, oh my gosh.
You don't want to jump in there, Joel?
Okay. I got so much wood. I got so much wood to move. I don't know if I'll be able to get in there today.
You have made such fast progress. I'm really impressed.
I don't know if I'm able to move all this wood before I have to go home.
You got like six lumber pieces left.
That'll take me too long. I won't have time to go play around in the poop with them.
Bummer.
Real big bummer.
No pun intended.
I was really looking forward to it.
You're just a hot dog. I could go for a hot dog right now.
Having a really good day. Just move some wood, which is like my favorite thing, they seem to think, obviously, because they have me do it all the time. I'm gonna go drive and get some food, my second favorite thing, and we're gonna eat, and then I'm gonna be done, because it's like 1:30 right now. No, it's okay, I can't. I have plans again.
You gotta go see Minions for the second time.
I gotta go see Minions too the second time.
Joel is taking one for the team. He's gonna run to Home Depot, grab a couple things, maybe hit up Wendy's on his way back up here, bring everybody lunch. He's definitely hitting up Wendy's, he says. Which is actually super helpful. So we're gonna send him the whole list of everything he needs to get, continue to get some work done while he's gone. Look at this beautiful, huge, wide, clean driveway. Very, very nice. It's funny though, Trent, we have been playing musical cars and all, like moving Terry all the time for like space. And I was asking Joel, hey Joel, you know, do you just want to like live in Terry while you're working up here this summer? It would save you so much time and money commuting. And he looked at me and he was like, no, I do not want to live up here. I was like, okay. He was like, what, are my friends gonna call me and ask me to hang out? And I'll be like, yeah, I'll be there in an hour and a half.
And you can have time to think about what you're gonna do and make sure that it's a good decision.
I was so offended because he was like, you know, I work till 3 and then what am I gonna like hang out with you and then just go to bed? I was like, yeah, you could.
We're not cool is what he's
We're not cool at all. Slow and steady wins the race, right guys? The good news is that it looks like they have figured out and solved the kind of like small pinhole leak that was happening by the yard hydrant next to the garage. Trent has backfilled it and has compacted it. He's moving some of those rocks out of that area because eventually we're gonna need to put some forms down and pour a slab of concrete. So that rock wall unfortunately needed to be moved anyway, which is a bummer because it was beautiful and we loved where it was, but it needs to move. And Joel went and ran an errand for us at Home Depot, and I think he brought something special back with him as well. Come on, Leo, let's go, Leo! We could come. Yay! You did it! Come on! Hi! Look at this guy. Look at him, strapping things down like a pro. Coming in clutch with lunch.
Leo, are you having a fun time out here on the picnic table? What are you doing?
Oh my gosh, well, super productive day. It is so sunny out here. I'm just like burning, sitting partially in the sun right now. But the propane tank is connected and moved and safe. The yard hydrant issue is resolved and flat and compacted. Joel went and got all the pipe we need to finish fixing up the sewer line, and Leo's crawling. So we have lots of other exciting problems on our hands, but they're the good kind of problems.
Yeah, so we did get all of those things fixed. We did get the rest of the sewer line dug up, so it's basically ready. As soon as we have gravel, which tomorrow we should be having 1 or 2 loads of gravel delivered from John. And once that gravel shows up, we can start laying gravel inside our trench, and then we can put the new pipe in there, make sure we have proper slope everywhere, and start backfilling, which I'm not really excited for. I'm excited for the backfilling to happen, or I guess I'm excited. I'm exciting to have everything backfilled, but I'm not excited to backfill everything.
You did it wrong.
I know I said exciting. I'm excited to have everything backfilled, but I'm not excited to do the backfilling because it's not easy. It's great life practice, lots of patience. We did get a lot done today though. We got the concrete broken up, we got the water line moved inside the garage. Everything's coming together. And tomorrow, we might have a functional sewer line that's not leaking into the ground and causing a big cesspool. Hopefully, anyway.
Leo, what's on your face? Yeah, I can't believe it. He turned 8 months like 2 days ago.
Yeah. You started crawling like 2 days ago.
I know. Move your feet. Uh-oh. Move your feet. Ah! Yay!
Look at that.
Wow.
What's up, guys, and good morning. Today is going to be a really exciting day. So last night we had 2 loads of gravel delivered. Today we're going to be cutting and severing our sewer line so they're not going to be able to use any water in the house. We're going to be basically building an entirely new sewer line all the way to the septic line, bedding the whole trench with gravel, attaching a Y where we're going to catch all of the garage stuff, and then after that we're going to be burying it back up. So hopefully today everything goes well so that we can continue to use our toilets tonight.
There's like 10 steps that need to happen today in order to finish the job. And just, you know, because why not? We have the new added pressure of a huge timeline. In about 72 hours, 25 people are coming up to our house for a last minute family party. Trent's whole family is in town from Wisconsin and they want to see the house, of course. So we can't have a huge open trench while they're up here. So hopefully today we can get this all wrapped up.
But it's Friday. Today's the last day we're gonna be working on this, and they're coming up on Sunday. So we basically have today to get everything in like working order.
Actually, it's Thursday.
Oh yeah. We have 2 days.
Yay! Update is we're having a huge family party here on Sunday. Oh. So we have to fully fill in the trench by then.
Let's get to it.
All right, so not only did we get some gravel delivered yesterday, but Brandon and I actually got all of this backfilled right here where our yard hydrant is. So this is kind of all flattened out. There's no longer a giant hole right there, and that allows me to get over to the trench with gravel so that we can bed the trench with gravel. But now we're gonna cut our sewer line, so there's gonna be no more sewer line coming out of the house until we're done today. Start gluing pipes together and filling the trench with gravel.
You guys have to sing "I've been working on the railroad."
Fitting song.
Right.
I've been working on the septic.
All right, here goes nothing.
It's done?
It's done.
Leo is having an absolute blast in his little walker, learning how to pull himself up, learning how to crawl. I feel like this weekend everything clicked, like physically, mobility-wise, and he is on the move. We installed these gates on the deck so he can be out here nice and safe. We have a couple gates to still install at the bottom and the top of our stairs. But it's amazing seeing him all of a sudden realize that he can get to where he wants to go and just go there. And it opens up a whole new set of problems, but it's really cool. Did you give him a kiss, Lika? Did you give him a poop kiss? Super exciting. It's been like maybe 20 minutes and these guys have gotten the first, I don't know, 30 feet regraded with the new pipe fitted. Trent is coming over now with a bucket full of gravel and they're gonna start to bed the trench with gravel, compact it all, continue to make sure the slope stays perfect, and get this trench underway. Really fast progress. I'm really impressed. All I know is I definitely should have gone to the bathroom before we started this morning. Guess what?
Plans are approved?
Our plans are approved!
Muy fuerte.
That is super exciting news. We've been really worried about how long this timeline would take for the additions on the garage to get reviewed and approved by the county, especially because everything is so delayed. Now we can actually start scheduling a concrete crew to come. We can finish excavating and flattening and setting forms and footings and everything for the garage slab, which is going to be a long process. And we knew that the longer the timeline was of the review process at the county, it would just push out the concrete process even more. So, major win for today.
Sweating like a pig.
Yeah, it's hot out here.
It's super hot out here. And we're picking and shoveling and just trying to level this pipe. It's not always as easy as you'd think. You know, these pipes are like really flexible.
Yeah.
So as you're like trying to level them out and like put gravel underneath and take gravel out and like move them up and down, every time you move something lower, it like affects something higher. And so if you have like just a like 1/4 inch per bubble, which is code for slope, if you have just the right amount of slope and then you hit like, you know, a low spot, you try and bring it up, sometimes it'll bring up the stuff that's higher and then it's out of slope.
Yeah.
So
But
it's also, the reason it's so difficult right here is because we have the electrical conduit basically on top of the pipe.
Yeah.
So we can only dig under on one side. Normally you can run the pick on both sides of the pipe and scoop stuff out so that the pipe lowers down. We can only scoop on one side, so it's just making it really hard to get it to settle. But we've got the first like 8 to 10 feet sloped perfectly. Now we're throwing gravel on to kind of lock that in, and we're gonna start moving our way down the pipe.
I I just took a little break to have a very exciting, productive call with our next customer for Mountain Made Vans. Just putting the final touches on her van layout, and it's all coming together so beautifully. I'm so excited. And while I've been gone, these guys have graduated to the longer level and are a little bit further down the line. So looks like progress is happening pretty quickly.
Well, we just realized that the other 2 levels that we were using are like not level.
What?
And we like realized if you set it one way, the bubble reads something. If you flip it around, it reads something else. So
What?
they've all been dropped a lot. This one's brand new. We basically never used it.
Joel's in here just enjoying life right now.
I'm really safe and secured.
Safe and secure.
Safe and secured. I understand why he's in here all the time now. It's so comfy.
Is it
This chair
powerful?
is so nice. Yeah, I feel like a god.
Well, we're moving a little bit quicker now. We have plenty of slope. We've got plenty of gravel. We've got clouds making it nice and easy for us to work, or as good as it can be in this heat. And we've only got about, 2 more sections of pipe and a couple fittings to put together, and then just gravel and backfill.
And then I can go to the bathroom.
Then you can go to the bathroom.
So we've gotten to the point where we need to connect a Y in the septic line, in the sewer line, that will connect to the sewer line coming out of the garage, since there's going to be a little apartment up top and a bathroom on the main level garage floor, which I don't think is super complicated, right? We got this.
What did you say you don't think is super complicated?
Putting in this Y.
Well, it's only complicated if you put it in the wrong spot.
So don't.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good one. We've got our Y on like a, 4 or 5 degree slope so that, water just goes down and water doesn't come out this way. And there's enough space down there that I think I can just cut this, slide that into the septic tank a little bit, and then glue her right in, and I think we're good, baby.
Dude,
We'll have a functional sewer line again.
that was fast.
Well,
Are you guys professionals?
not yet, but by the time we're done, we will be.
We won't want to be.
Lika, don't fall in there. This is the most disgusting part. We're gonna separate the line that is currently connected to the septic and put in a new line.
The wall's in the way.
Ooh. I'm gonna spare you guys having to watch what comes out of this pipe. Resourceful, look at that.
So we MacGyvered ourselves a dirt filter on there, and that's just gonna stop dirt from going in there. And
Cool.
now I'm gonna backfill gravel right here, drive over here. But once we have a full gravel bed here, we can put gravel on top of the pipe, and then we can start backfilling.
You guys though, that's enormous. Congratulations.
Now we can poop.
Now we can poop! Best day ever!
Hopefully that's the last time I have to take off or put that lid back on. Probably jinxing myself, but that's okay.
I have faith in you.
Thank you.
If we ever need to do this again, at least we know we can do it.
I've always known I could do it. I just never really wanted to.
Joel's having the time of his life.
Having a blast.
I don't know when he's
Smelling
not.
poop. Watching these guys play with poop. It's everything I could ever want.
Wow! Look at that!
No more poop.
No more poo.
Just a whole lot of gravel.
Nice! Making moves, guys. Making big moves. What was that little
What do you call?
two-step you doing? All right, Joel. The weight of the world is on your shoulders.
If I go to the bathroom and the pipe just explodes. Look at that though. It looks so much nicer than it
It
did.
looks great. Seriously. Joel's about to test out the new system. Flush gently, my friend. Success?
Seems like it. They haven't started complaining yet, so it's probably okay.
Okay. think, Leo? How cool is that? You like watching the big tractor? It's a big tractor, huh? It is such a relief that it's pretty overcast today, and everything so far has gone really smoothly. The trench looks unbelievable. I didn't even know it could look this good. 10 times better than it did last year. And Trent is just backfilling now, and then we're gonna continue to probably excavate where the sewer line is gonna go into the garage, and then we're gonna start excavating for footings for the new additions on the garage since we got those plans approved. It's all coming together really well. Just a huge weight off our shoulders, honestly. It's almost like it never even happened.
Oh, it happened. Actually still happening. But at least the sewer line works.
Good.
For now.
Come on! Yay! Oh, yes, yes, hi, hi! Ah! You got it! Good job, buddy. What are you doing? What are you doing, Daddy? Switching gears.
All right, we're ready. I don't know if we've really explained this to the vlog, but Brandon and I play in a league once a week, and we're almost in first place. We're not in first place. We used to be in first place, and then I went to Florida for the family reunion. We missed a week, we lost some points, and now not in first place anymore. So this week we're here to regain the lead.
Construction by day, golf pro by night.
I try to do a lot, yeah.
But Van Builder after hours. It is really exciting with how much we got done today. We can also flush the toilet, do the dishes, and everything seems to be correctly sloped. Really exciting. We're gonna finish compacting everything tomorrow and just move on to the rest of the 10 other things we have to do.
Yeah, I am really happy that we got it all done today. So we do have a functioning sewer line. It was a huge risk, but it was worth it. And now we did get some type of approval from the county so we can start building the additions on the garage very soon. Just today was a day full of amazing news.
Seriously.
I don't know if you guys enjoyed coming along on today's adventure, but if you guys did, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thanks, guys. We love you.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.
Sunny days, no